Hey everyone, I just wanted to make another quick vlog about Mass Effect 3 before I actually get to my review. I just finished the game last night, and I'm kind of in the middle of writing my review and doing all my video conversions, so the video's not going to be ready today. But I did have a few points that I wanted to talk about because I know there's been a lot of controversy going around on Mass Effect 3, and I wanted to weigh in on it, kind of on thoughts that I don't plan on putting into my review. For those of you who haven't finished the game or who haven't played the game yet, it's okay to watch this video. I'm not going to deal with any spoilers, and I ask that people who have participated or played the game to not leave any spoiler comments below. So there's been a lot of rage about Mass Effect 3, both with its, well hell, in my last video I discussed how mad I was that I had to have an internet connection just to install the damn thing. Plus, you know, there's been people trying to boycott it. For instance, Total Biscuit posted a video saying that he was interested in boycotting the game because of a relatively important piece of downloadable content on day one that dealt with the Protheans, which is, you know, a major portion of the story, whereas you're going to get a Prothean character to play as, which is kind of significant. So people, first of all, not including the ending of the game, people were upset about day one DLC and the you know, requiring an internet connection to just install the damn thing. So I get all of that. But I just played the game and I actually thought it was pretty good, and that's going to be reflected in my review. But a lot of the rage on the internet right now, there seems to be a big fuss about the ending of Mass Effect 3. And again, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I am going to discuss some things about it here. A lot of the rage seems to be that none of the choices that you make in Mass Effect 1 or 2, or even the choices that you make all throughout this game, affect the story or affect the ending of the game. I can see maybe how that might concern some people, but if you look at Mass Effect 1 and 2, and correct me if I'm wrong, and likely you will, Mass Effect 1, you made a bunch of choices in the game, but the story didn't, or the ending really didn't reflect it. I mean, you made some changes, but it's not so different from Mass Effect 3. There were a couple different endings, but they weren't dramatic because they still had to pave the way for Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 2, there was a massive build-up, building your crew, going through the Omega Relay into the collector base. There were really only two endings there. Destroying the base or saving the base. Not huge overall, you know, big differences. It's the same with Mass Effect 3. I mean, there's really three canon endings, or three primary endings. I guess there's a few other ones if you wanted to go that way. But they're all kind of the same. Okay, that's because overall there was one big story to tell. And your actions are really kind of insignificant to the way the entire story plays out for you. It's not really a happy ending. You see, to me, Mass Effect, and I imagine the way that the designers are looking at it, is that Mass Effect, the choices that you make, lay out how the story unfolds while you play, as you go towards the ending that they've designed for you. This gives you replayability because, you know, you could save one character here, which is going to have a significant effect on some missions, or the way that the story is going to play out for the remainder of the game, but not this specific ending. Does that make sense? I'm trying to say that I actually I actually really enjoyed the ending of the game. Specifically, after the credits, there's a little, I don't know, minute of cutscene that kind of really summarizes the whole thing. See, the whole game is about free will. It's the fight for free. It's the ultimate battle for free will and what it takes to defend that. And the ending, or the little cutscene that happens at the end of the game, completely shows that. Maybe I'm the only one that sees this. I don't know. What do you guys think? See, I imagine some of you are going to jump right back to my discussion of the ending of Final Fantasy 13 too, because it wasn't really a happy ending, and I didn't feel that I got closure with Final Fantasy 13 too. But that's completely different, because with Mass Effect 3 there was closure. We saw how everything ended. Final Fantasy, it just said fucking to be continued. And as far as we know, and as of the date of this video, there's not an announced sequel. All we know is there's going to be DLC. So as far as we're concerned, as far as I was concerned, the remainder of the story was to be, you had to purchase it. You had to buy DLC to see the ending of the game. That's not the same as Mass Effect 3. We got closure in the game. We went through, 60, I don't know, probably some people say 100 hours per game. I'm going to call it 20 to 60 hours per game. So we've spent 200 hours of our lives going through 1 through 3 on this massive, epic, awesome game. And while the ending wasn't exactly what some of you may have thought, it was pretty fucking good. It bothers me, and I know some of you out there can actually compose rational thought and think for yourselves. Okay. But so many people follow the internet hive mind when I don't know, I'm going to quote unquote call somebody famous, and I don't even know if this is true. We'll say somebody famous, an internet famous person, puts their opinion out there and says that they don't like something, and all of a sudden it's so easy to follow that person rather than come up with your own thought. The hive mind of the internet is fucking retarded, and it really bothers me that people can't have their own fucking thoughts on the game. I'm not talking about you who actually think the ending of the game is shitty for your own legitimate reasons, but it just bothers me when so many people get in a fucking fuss about nothing. Play the game and enjoy it. I guess that's all I got to say on this. What do you guys think? Stay tuned for my review tomorrow. See ya.